cinema matinee. I ain't got $7.50 to pay. Everybody now.
Now listen, kids. Once upon a time, there was a man who was very funny, a young Jewish man, and everybody liked him. And then he started graduating and making movies. And every so often, he'd turn out something good, but every so often also, he'd turn out a piece of shit.
And then he would put something worse than that out, and that's Bedtime Stories. You know how sometimes they go, well, f*** it, it's for kids. We don't really need to write anything so much as throw a bunch of colorful shit and jokes that don't make sense at it.
George Lucas made this movie?
Yeah, it might as well have been. It feels like from the pen of Lucas.
Here we have him as he always has to play like some little nice guy who loves kids.
Always, yeah.
Yeah, always. Courtney Cox is his sister. She's got to leave to go out of town. I need you to watch my kids. Her kids are on a macrobiotic diet. They're not allowed to watch TV. He's like, no, TV? All right, well, I'll tell you a story. And so he tells them bedtime stories based on his life about what a loser he is. But whenever the kids say, like, no, that story sucks, let us tell it. And whenever they tell something about it, some kind of magical thing happened, gumballs rain out of the sky, whatever, it comes true.
Wait a minute. So wait, how do they come to life? Where's the explanation?
Okay, hold on, because Corey right now is trying to figure out how he can get some kids over to his place to tell a story that involves raining from the sky.
No, I'm trying to figure out how to make my penthouse letters come to life.
Well, you got to get the kids to be able to say that, though. That's the problem. And then you get arrested, and there's a whole thing.
Oh,
you don't want
okay.
that.
I mean, this is really like a Disney Channel movie. It's like all those shows, except it's Adam Sandler doing it. It's like, okay, he's shown that it's possible for him to do funny movies. But this one is nowhere near one of them.
His shtick works sometimes.
Yeah.
And I like Adam Sandler movies a little more than I think you guys do. Not that much more, but a little bit. And there wasn't one thing in this movie that I so much as chuckled at. I just sat and went... I was angry. I went, who wrote this out loud several times during this movie?
Jesus Christ.
There are points in the so-called plot where they just make shit up on a turn. Like they go, oh, and the reason that happened was because of this thing that you don't know anything about that never entered the story at all. But that's just a way to get to the next thing they need to get to.
And that is the perfect ending to our last story. Thank you, children.
Oh, that's not the ending. Yeah, that'd be too obvious.
What do you mean?
Somebody threw a fire on Skeeto, and Skeeto got incinerated. The end.
Incinerated?
No. The story can't end like that. What? We're really gonna have me on fire? Hey, don't fall asleep or the story will lock. Stop it. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
So where does Rob Schneider show up?
Oh
yeah, sure.
How'd you know?
I don't know. I have these powerful psychic urges that tell me that Rob Schneider's somewhere.
You
in
know
this
Rob
movie.
Schneider's going to show up, but what's Rob Schneider going to do?
You can do it.
This is just crap. The only reason kids would like this is because it's brightly colored moving images. Put them in front of a fish tank. It'll be more educational than this is and more entertaining. This is absolute bottom of the barrel, some old bull garbage.
Well, you know we have a rating now called F*** You.
Okay, this was definitely a you.
I ain't like Cyrus all hard-hearted and everything. Forget everything he just said. I'm going to give it some old bull.
If only it was that simple. I had my nephew in bed. Man, let me tell you about this hoe I wanted to tap that ass with the other night.
That's a terrible story, Uncle Corey.
Shut up!
Let me tell you about the one where she and her friends have a pillow fight.
That would be acceptable too, probably, to Uncle Corey. But the look would be more like, let me tell you about the time you went to prison and got gang raped.